Oh, hey guys. How goes it? Also, Kitty says hi. Trying to, reverse. Kitty says hi. He's right there. Kind of blurry, but he's chilling. Just sitting here in Springfield getting dumped on with the rain. A little weird. It's been a while since I've been in the rain, and it's also been quite a while that he's been in rain, so he doesn't know how he feels about it anymore. But we've been getting rained on for about 3-4 days in a row. Not all day, just off and on. Drizzle, the heavy downpour, and let's just say he doesn't like the heavy rains currently, right? But last week, ended in Portland, empty. But we weren't empty, actually. We had about a pallet and a half that was going to be brought up with me, along with any pickups I did, to the cross dock to get loaded, right, for next week's load. Because they were going to redeliver that themselves, which, fine, I don't pay for, right? As long as the redelivery is not my doing, so meaning they offer it, or they just tell me that we're going to do it, I don't pay for it. And by pay for it, I mean, for example, one stock could be $500 subtracted from the rate. For example, right? Doesn't always work like that. Sometimes it can be like $200, whatever. Or sometimes it can be more. Which, I mean, I've done quite a few, at least 10 redeliveries so far. And not a single one I paid for or cost me any money. Which usually works in my favor. Ended up doing 2 pickups, supposed to do 3, but I did one of them. And I mean, these are some of the widest pallets I picked up. I picked up like 4 pallets, and when I looked at them before I closed the trailer doors, I was like, huh, those are wide. It looked like it was like a pallet and a half wide. And it literally looked like 4 feet by 4 feet. It looked ridiculous. I was like, what the fuck is in that? Because I had no idea. Frozen something. My guess is seafood. Because being on that side of the country usually means I'm picking up. But I just never seen it set up like that, right? So I go to one, like, my last pick. And I'm back to the dock. I'm there for like an hour and a half. I feel to go in and out of the trailer. And then no movement for a while, right? I mean, they go in there quite a bit, in and out for a few times, and then no movement. And the guy comes out and he's like, okay, you're done. I'm like, what do you mean, done? Like, you already loaded me? He's like, no, we won't be able to load you. You won't be able to carry, we can't put everything we need to on you. They're already aware of it, they're sending another truck. And yeah, he ended up saying it's because those pallets are so wide, he can't maneuver them, move them around enough for them to load all their stuff on, right? Which works in my favor. So I did a phone call and just cover my ass pretty much. General is out here, cover your ass. You shouldn't have to, but it is what it is. And I was told, yep, go ahead and cross dock, okay? Then now we're back to normal business, right? Get there, and this load I picked up is going to be 35,000 pounds, 35.8, 22 and a half pallets. Yeah. This is why I like this, right? They're generally like, these are. If I'm gonna go cross country, and I'm gonna be on the heavier side, I'd rather be under 40. And well, these are usually. It seems average for me 34 to 37. I've had a few 39s. I've had 140. This is usually where it's at. And I would have a total of, let's see, I should have counted before, but 1, 2, papers be sticking. Come on, let go. There's actually an extra sheet in here causing issues because I don't need it, but it's stapled just to keep part of the pile. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. Starts in upstate New York, ends in Boston. General thing I do, right? First one, U.S. Foods in New York. And I'm not impressed. Not impressed. I should have known I was about to have a very bad day. Okay, bad time there. When I looked it up and saw like the 1.8 stars, something like that. Fuck. General rule of thumb, okay? Here's the rule of thumb when it comes to warehouses. 2 or 3 stars means average, okay? You know, you just know, generally you're gonna probably be like there 3 to 5 hours on average, right? That's the general rule. If you have under 2 stars, it means your warehouse is absolute fucking shit. That's what it is. That just, yeah. Kroger down there in Tolson, Phoenix, whatever. Tolson, it's like 1.5 stars, right? Every time I go there, it's on average like 9 hours. Not exaggerating, right? Only one time I've been out. Twice, actually. And both those times I've been out sooner have been 6 hours. So, it means you're about to have a fucking fun time, pretty much. You're gonna be fucking sitting there like twiddling your thumbs. My appointment's Wednesday, 10 a.m., right? But before we get to this, okay? Because there's also some side notes here. I went to the house. I have about, in front of my passenger seat, I found $1,000 of parts, okay? A brand new starter, not installed yet. Which, my truck will start. It's just the relay, the relay's going out, so this solenoid's going out. So, just been doing it since like pretty much I got the truck. Generally, I check all the key a couple times. It'll fire right up, and it fires up strong. And it's not the batteries, because the batteries are brand new. They're not even a month old. So, let's be honest. This truck's like $560 now on it. About that time, anyways. Technically, starter supposed to last the lifetime of the truck anyways, generally with anything on the truck, but that's not how it works. So I got a starter. Where the fuck did it go? Oh. Okay. I got like the air dryer filter. Quick, in the comments, how much do you think that was? Volvo, right? I went to the dealership because I need part numbers, and for some reason dealerships don't like giving out part numbers. And here I was thinking based on Freightliner, like $80. If you guys less than $80, you guys $80, you guys anywhere under 100, you're wrong. $213. But now I have the part number, which, whatever, costs you $213 to get that part number. But now I can get that same part, no joke, for anywhere from $30 to $50. Go fuck yourself, Volvo, with the air dryer filter. Fucking ridiculous. A fucking filter. Put this in perspective. The engine filter, okay? The big air filter for this thing. $150. Okay? Both these filters you're supposed to change once a year. The $150 filter, which you probably get about $30 cheaper, is a little bit more reasonable, okay? Starter, okay? Fleet Pride had it for like $434. Volvo wanted like $470 for it. Not mad about that, right? I know if you go to if you're going to OEM for the supplies, you're gonna pay a little bit premium, right? $40 difference, I can write that off, right? Fucking ridiculous. $213. Blew my fucking mind. Power steering filter. It's like the size of a can of soda though. No joke. $35. Okay. You know, just little things. And most of that $1,000 is fucking 2 things, so whatever. Alright, so I did go through the house. I was planning on getting that all installed because I called ahead and was nice about where I live. It's a small market. There's not a TA if you got TA truck service onto another ironically on AM Best chain. It's kind of funny. Why don't AM Best just put their own truck shop there? I don't fucking know. Considering they built this on the property. As far as I know, it's their property. Could be wrong there. Called ahead Saturday, and they're like, "Oh yeah, bring it all in." You know, we do all that. Man, it's always that one fucking woman. That one woman who works there. It's just whatever. Like, she was rude from the get-go, right? So I matched her energy. She didn't like it. She told me to go get fucked, pretty much. I didn't about raising my voice. Just talk like this, right? For example, okay? She's like, we don't do power steering filters. And I go, how can you call yourself a PM shop if you can't do annual PM things? Power steering filter, right? Not to mention, she also told me her mechanic did not know how to do an air dryer filter. Which, okay, it makes me no longer want to fucking do my service there now anyways, at that point, because, well, it's a spin-on fucking filter of an O-ring. Like, it ain't fucking hard. I could do it. Like, my thing is right now, while I'm not doing a lot of my stuff, is because until I get a shop, because I live in Wyoming, it gets fucking cold, it gets hot, and it gets fucking windy, right? I'm over a mile high in the air. So, not only does that make any heat feel worse, because the closer you are to the sun, the hotter it is, right? That's how thermodynamics works. It's also windy, right? Which also, I'm in a state where they like to use a lot of asphalt, which also gets very, very fucking hot. Because asphalt gets hotter than concrete. Pros and cons. So I want some fucking protection from the elements. I'm gonna do anything involving, involving any work on the truck, right? Yeah, it's just, that's all it comes out to. We'll get there eventually. Like, I still have some things I'm working on over the next year or two, which there's something else coming up in April or end of May. Don't know yet. Just it's happening, all right? Like, I teased something a few months ago, probably about January. Well, it's behind me now, so, you know. More things are coming. I'm just doing the baby steps, right? Because let's be honest, I'm doing a lot of I'm doing a lot of things that are big steps for me. Like, I had no intentions that when I bought my truck of doing much more, just leasing on, and maybe, I don't know. Like, it's just more headaches for me I didn't really want to deal with. But whatever, just gonna have to, because I can't trust other people to do their fucking jobs, and if I can't trust other people to do their jobs, and it affects my ability to do my job, let's cut up the middleman at that point, right? 10 a.m. appointment. Fucking 13 minutes into this. 10 a.m. appointment on Wednesday. Show up at 9:30. Alright? Now, that's the US Foods. That's the tiny ass street, too. I pull in and see, this one also, you have no access to the receiving office. So you have to, like, write all the information on the bills and slide it through a little mail drop box in the door. And they call you at the door. I didn't get called for my 10 a.m. appointment until about like 12:40. I didn't get out of there at 14:10. Ridiculous. Because then I only had 5 pallets to drop off, right? Which, y'all know, as soon as you're held one place, domino effects. Now, luckily, the next two ones were first come, first serve. They're both wineries. My contacts immediately said, let me know when you get out, we'll come up with a plan. Okay? So I pretty much had to go, I was supposed to be going to Dundee, New York, right? Which is south of 90. I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. Not that far down, right? 30 minutes-ish. That got thrown out the window, right? That was instantly became a redelivery. He said just go to the one after that. You just got to be, if you're gonna be there after 5, let me know. I'll call with his cell phone and let him know. I was like, okay. I got there like 4:30, because it was. So Dundee was like, yes, like 30 minutes out of the I-90, but also like 2 hours away from me though. And the other one was like half hour east of it, also back highways, and yeah, ended up getting there fucking like 16:30, 16:20, whatever. And let me tell you, okay, the one over there, the one I went to, where the fuck did it go? There it is. We're in Romulus, New York, okay? And let me fucking tell you, there's some very few things that I will ever see nowadays that make me go, nope. Like big old coward moment, right? And it was a winery. fine. Been to a couple of those now. It seems to be like I'm gonna start doing these every year. It seems, during the warmer months or right before it starts warming up, as they start stockpiling up, or I don't know, every week now maybe. I don't know. Still learning this shit, right? A lot of these wineries are just straight up houses that have been converted into like production places. This one was more house than it was anything else. Okay, like if you look at this one on a map, it looks like it's somebody's house. They live there, set up, right? I'm coming from the north, right? Which means it's gonna be on my east side. Okay. I see their driveway. It is like 2 car lengths wide. Like pea gravel, goes straight up a hill. And I mean, it's probably like a half-mile long driveway. I mean, it's back there, right? And I went, as soon as I saw how narrow that driveway was, because there's also irrigation ditches on each side, right? Which I didn't know this, but they had a mailbox that I knew I was not gonna be able to clear. But that mailbox, well, we'll get to that in a second. I was getting ready to button hook, and then I saw how narrow that is, and I went, nope, not even gonna attempt that. I'm gonna make a phone call, see if you rent my foot wide shoulder that I don't have, hazards on. It's backwoods fucking New York, right? It's like 50 mile an hour speed limits, whatever. Hazards on. Clearly, there's a good reason why I'm sitting here right past this driveway, and I take a phone call, and I'm like, yo, I'm your. Obviously, I don't talk like this to customers. I'm like, yo, I'm your driver. You guys expect us freight, so I want to make sure that this really long, narrow driveway is where I'm supposed to go up to. And I'm like, there's no other way. She's like, oh yeah, that's the way you get into that mailbox you guys see there. We actually have that where it turns like this. They can do this pretty much. So it can turn whatever way we need because of the big trucks that come in, right? She's like, which way are you coming from? I was like, north side. She's like, oh, that's the tighter side. I was like, yeah, I see that. Is there a way for me to turn around? She's like, oh, just go down the road a little bit. There'll be a red building. And you can turn around the parking lot. I'm like, okay. She didn't tell me how far away it is, though. But let me tell you, I missed it. Because she didn't tell me that as soon as you crest this little ass hill, that's not even your truck length, right? It's immediately right there on top of it. Like, immediately, that's where you turn in. And I was going too fast for that. So, I had to find a more creative, definitely ill-advised way to turn around on narrow streets beside a fucking lake. Yeah. I pretended to take my trailer like I was going to a campground is what happened, pretty much. It worked. Shit didn't get broken. But it was definitely not where I wanted it to be. Yeah, easy peasy though. All this whole time I was doing this shit though, fucking raining, which already makes it harder, right? Because it's like, great, just more things I got to worry about. I got to worry about is any ground salt, am I gonna have traction problems, yada 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 yada. Because also in this fucking little house, vineyard, winery, whatever we'll call it, right? It's not like there's a dock, okay? There's these places that if they have a dock, is rare. Okay, it's rare. So their parking area is where I had to do a 3-point turnaround, pretty much. Well, originally she's like, I'll meet you when you get up here. I'll come outside to tell you where to go. I was like, cool, because there's no signs, right? There's no docks. I have the first time here, whatever. So I pulled through her parking area. She could walk, well, right now because it's raining. I mean, I appreciate her getting out, not make me get out. She's like, usually what we have you guys do is you'll turn right here and you'll back in, which blindside back, right? Back in down that road, and they'll come out with a forklift and drive it off. Well, what's nice about having a hood truck, or not a hood truck, I mean aero truck, is I turn a little faster than a lot of trucks. So yeah, I did that. Well, she did, right? But instead of blindsiding it all the way in, I just did a 3-point turnaround and then straight back. Why the fuck am I gonna make it harder on myself? I don't know what the fuck's back there. And see, the road I'm backing into is more narrow than the road I drove up on. Gotta look. I don't know. it was just interesting, right? I have a feeling we'll be doing a lot of these wineries for the rest of the warmer months, which fine, right? Because wet season is gonna be over here soon. But I love the view though. That view, man. You couldn't see the lake very well. Well, not from where I was. So where I offloaded, there was the house, the garage, and then there was a big ass like open area, grass and all that with like lawn chairs, beach chairs, you know, those wooden chairs people sit on. I don't know what the fuck you call them. And over up the hill. I didn't go up there, so I couldn't see if you could see the lake or whatever, but that would be a view I'd love to have. But, okay. This is where it starts getting a little funny, because I'm already tired. Like, guys, I've been doing this for 3 months now. I'm already burnt out, right? So, yeah, right? Like, I'm not doing a West Coast run next week, which you'll see, you know, wait to find out what I'm doing, but it's going to work out in my favor. It's giving me some extra time to catch up on sleep. Okay, Bobtail, you don't know how to back? Like, what the fuck? Swing so wild, they got a trailer? Coolest place I've been to in Shodak Landing again. Guy can't back a bobtail. This is the scary part about being an owner op sometimes. Guy can't back a bobtail. I had to pull up twice. It's Hannaford, right? And my appointment was at midnight. Showed up like fuck. What was it? 2100, I believe. See, my original plan was getting over there at 2000 and getting unloaded early, getting some sleep because of going back up to Vermont. And well, there's not a lot of places to sleep in Vermont, so usually means I'd have to at least get up about an hour early-ish at most to get up there. I did get unloaded early. I was at my appointment time, which worked in my favor. Then I drive another hour because I'm going back up to that Schlotterbeck and up there in Chester, Vermont, right? Back highways again for pretty much all but like 10 miles of the journey, right? Pretty much from Albany, I-90 just south of Albany, because that's where this Hannaford is, to the Vermont. It's 100 miles of pretty much nothing. So, I mean, you get 10 miles of Albany, you're driving through, Troy, and the rest of it is back highways. So I drove about an hour into the Vermont border to the little DOT inspection pull-off area, and I went to bed. I took a little nap, right? Which, yeah, it was supposed to be a very long couple of days at this point. I came up, 7 o'clock in the morning, right? One pallet, in and out in 10 minutes. Love it. Can't bitch about that, right? Well, those hasn't been the fastest I've ever been unloaded, but this is where it sucks, okay? That's where it sucks. So my next appointment is at 2200 and CNS in Brattleboro, which is like 30 minutes away from me. And my notes say they have the option to drive or unload, which also it seems to be that these notes don't get updated a lot because they no longer have driver unload option. You can only use lumpers. I also read the reviews of if you're a freezer load coming in, the docks are really, really tight. Yeah. But they do have overnight parking. Up to 12 hours before your appointment time. So, cool. And it seems like, I don't know. But we'll get to what I was about to say in a second. So I showed up there like 0800, 0900, right? Something like that. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to unload this myself. And he's like, well, nobody comes until 8 o'clock. And there's nobody here. And it doesn't matter because that's no longer an option. I was like, okay. So pretty much what ended up happening is I thought I went to bed at 1400 and I got called at like 21:30 to get in the door. And with this place, you have to drop a trailer in the door on the freezer side. And yeah, it's tight. It took me about 4 attempts to find the sweet spot how to get in. it's tight, right? There's, well, a little bit more room towards the parking side than there is towards the exit side. But when I was done, it took like 3 hours for like one pallet to get unloaded. But it was one pallet. It's been multiple pallets that were combined into one pallet. Like this pallet had like 830 pieces on it, so, or 830 pounds, like over 200 boxes. I think I had like, yeah, total pallets 5 stacked into one. So, which, I mean, as soon as I saw that, I was like, yep, they're gonna have to break it down or whatever. No lumper though, so you know. Then that guy is like, when I go in to get my bills, he's like, do you need a place to park? And I was thinking, well, is he about to offer me to stay here again? But I said no, because it was midnight, and at this point, it's, well, Friday now, midnight, you know. I'm on my last day, right? I got some miles to drive, plus I need a shower at this point. But I got my next appointment's over here, Worcester, Mass. Yeah. To me, that's Worcester, right? Even though there's no fucking H. This is also why I'm not from the Northeast, man. I would just butcher these words over and over and over again. Because we forgot letters, I guess. But on the way over to there, I stopped at the Springfield, the Pride truck stop, right? Tried the showers. Good water pressure, tiny. The hot water does not stay warm very long, so that was definitely a quick shower. Definitely quick. But yeah, I mean, appointment's at 7 o'clock in the morning, right? I get up there for like 5. I parked at the dock, just wait for the open. First one in, first one out, pretty much. Can't complain. There were 2 pallets, right? Can't complain at all. Nope. Try what? Let's do this way. There it is. But then I had to go back to the cross dock I normally load out of Boston, right? Had to bring in my that one that never got delivered in New York, and I also had to bring them about 6,900 pounds of freight for themselves. We'll do whatever they're gonna do with it. I don't know what they're doing with it, but to do whatever. Brought in a lot of fish. That's what happened. A lot of fish, which no, I didn't pick that up. I was wondering if I picked that up, because it was big boxes, right? I was like, I wonder if I picked that up. And I'm over here looking at, because I can see all the shippers and where it's delivering to, right? So this is like my cheat sheet, I call it, right? Nope, didn't pick it up. Better get out, in and out of the cross dock in like fucking 20 minutes, because it's just, it's what I love, right? Love about this shit. And then, with the next 1, 2, 3 in a row, our first come, first serves. So it's time to make something up some time, right? And spoiler alert, I only made up like 2 hours. But worked to my favor. Alright. Go to Brockton, Mass. Alright. 1 pallet, 2 pieces. It's just 2 drums of like frozen like raspberry, I guess. No idea what they're doing with it. But between the cross dock and that one of the pallets for my stop after this did not survive. The shrink wrap in the middle gave out because they only did 2 layers of shrink wrap, and I opened the doors and there's crab all over the fucking trailer, pretty much. Well, okay, boxes of crab all over the trailer, and with 3 rows of that up at the front of the trailer, well, nose of the trailer, I guess, up towards me. It's tail, not nose, tail. Still wrapped. It just was there hanging out by itself, right? And I was like, fuck. Benefit though is pet food, right? So there's a lot more forgiveness for shit that's going to pet food. Which, full ass fucking pets, man. What pets are getting frozen crab mixed into the pet food? Right? Like, I've asked, right? And because I've been to that pier place plenty of times, I'm getting awfully fucking familiar with being on Boston fucking piers for some fucking reason. And they're like, we make pet food. And I was like, out of crap? And he goes, yup. And I was like, some spoiled ass pets. Yeah. I didn't have any problems with it today, right? At this point, though, I did call my contact. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you until next week. But I'm not going west. Not leaving the Northeast, but I'm not going west. I guess I have to wait and see. Yeah, I mean, all this shit was easy, right? I mean, this place over here off of Fid Kennedy, a little weird, right? You back in, any doors open and just go inside and stand next to your door, and they just come over and unload you and then sign your bills and send you off. Which, okay, I like that check-in process, right? But it's pretty cool. Cat's blending with the blanket a little bit. Ha! You want treats? Yeah, see? But then here's where I'm starting to get tired now at this point, right? Because I've been at some midnight, right? And it's like 1100. Keep in mind, I only got like 4 hours sleep the day before, right? Oh, wait, not the day before. I haven't got much sleep all week, actually. Like, that like 6 hours sleep I got at CNS, that helped, but didn't do enough, right? Like, put it this way. Because I called my contact, right? I'm not going west. Part of the reason I'm burnt out. I need some rest, right? I need to just relax. And to quote him, I understand, man, you've been running at it hard for about 3 months. I was like, yeah, it's taking its toll a little bit. Because I'm doing high 14s, no, 14 to 15,000 miles every month. It's gonna add up, especially once you're on multi-stops, right? Like, this one wasn't so bad with the hours, right? But my usual shit is flip-flopping, right? 2200, and then 0400, and then 1300. You know, shit like that, pretty much, right? This wasn't too bad, but I slept 11 hours last night. I just straight up died. I fell asleep like 1900, woke up at like, no, okay, 1930. Woke up like 7, 11 and a half. I don't know. I just straight up died, right? Took these little magnesium soft shoes I got, which seem to be helping me sleep. If I want to sleep, they definitely seem to help keep me asleep. Don't know how. It's fucking health magic. I don't get it, but whatever. Last stop, Kettle Cuisine up there in Lynn, and let me tell you, that is an interesting place to get to. Some of the roughest fucking roads and lack of paint. Like, see, my state not having paint on the roads is like understandable, especially during the bustier years. We got no people. Like, if you don't got paint on the roads of all the people, like this amount of people around you, that's just terrible management, right? Like, it's not, you have the resources, fucking use them. Also, fix that road. Like, at least go in there and patch it. Like, it's holy fucking shit. Anyways, this video's gone on too long, so I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm literally sitting at a pizzeria. Yeah, a fucking pizzeria truck spots, 20 of them. I'm also 1 mile from my delivery for tomorrow night. So I know what I'm having for dinner. Maybe tomorrow for breakfast. No idea what I'm gonna get. Kind of curious what you guys think I'm gonna get. But hey, you guys stay safe out there. Catch you next time. Bye.